during the fire evacuations, you know. I was talking to a bunch of people.
Oh, you were right over that direction, weren't you?
Oh, yeah? You evacuated?
You were really close.
It was so crazy. Like, I thought it would be really fun to do a reconstruction of people's experiences as they evacuated, because there's probably just such a multitude of experiences.
Yeah.
And mine would be in like the lighthearted, more funny chapters of the book, you know, like less tragic, you know. Like, I had this rager party at my house the night before, and I like...
You woke up with all the smoke there?
Well, so rage balls, like one of those times where you're like all high and you're like, I'll work at 8 a.m., but I'm going to stay up all the way till 8 a.m. I'll just go straight to work. I don't need to sleep. And I slept for like an hour, and I just, you know, fucking white knuckle crawl my way through work.
Yeah.
I actually rafted with it was a group of 4 Chinese folks that were speaking Mandarin all day. Wow. And I was like, thank God I don't have to speak English. Yeah, like they're chatting with themselves. I don't have to say anything, because I'm sitting on the back of the boat just trying not to puke, you know? Yeah. And I go home, and I stopped by Blue River Market on the way home, which I never do, which ceased to exist in a few hours, which is the only reason I'm mentioning it. But then got home. Dirtball had forgotten something there, so he came out and actually got pranked. I know, I saw him on the wall.
Dirtball's on the wall.
What up? Yeah, no, but I actually got pranked because I was kind of being like mischievous the night before. Like, you ever see where people like go and like turn over all your furniture and shit?
No.
So like make like an abstract art project out of your home. Like everything becomes like balancing like cairns or whatever, like with just like all your shit in your house. So I walk in all like hungover, like just made it through the workday, so tired. And I look at my house, I'm like,
all you want to do is sleep.
Yeah, I literally set my stuff down and just walked outside. I was like, I can't even be bothered to go in my house right now. That's fucking nonsense. But
did you even flip it over before the fire came, though?
No, so then I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm going to clean my house. I'll take the high road here. Yeah. You know, I'll use this as an opportunity to better my space. This is great, you know. Clean my whole house. Dirtball comes through, grabs his phone, and we're sitting outside. We're like, man, it's getting kind of windy. It's like, all right, I'm going to take off. I go outside, and then there's this, like, all of my pot garden, like, my fence is, like, beating the hell out of my plants. Like, I'm, like, I had to run, take down my whole fence. I had a plant, a full-on huge weed plant that was, like, one of these, like, probably 6 feet tall, beaster in a cage. Yeah. It blew out of the ground. Like, it broke at the base from the ground and was just...
Whoa.
Yeah. So
after watering it with nutrients every day for months, you're just like, no.
And then it was kind of like a mediocre-ish garden, and it was one of the bigger plants. Yeah. And I was like, damn it.
Did you come back with cinder over everything there?
Yeah.
Caked.
Yeah.
So, like, all the hairs burnt up, and it was, like, nothing salvageable?
No, it was crazy how decent the weed actually ended up being. There was more bud rot than usual, I think, because there was just more particulate matter on the plants and all of that. But I'm like super duper liberal with how I cut that out anyway. Like, if it's like whatever, it's on this part of the nug, I cut it like at the base and just get it all out. Nice. Some people use it for blasting and stuff too.
Seems wrong.
I don't know how science works, but it seems questionable to me, you know?
This is actually some shatter made from moldy bud.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to be like, I'm good.
And like that's how you would, for me, that's how that batch would be, because you do it like strain by strain. Mm-hmm. And so if it was all my moldy buds, it would just be a batch of moldy buds. Yeah. And so when I'm selling it, I'm like, okay, I've got this live res, I got the OG Kush, I got the Durban Poison, I got the moldy buds.
The moldy buds.
That's $100 off an ounce. Sounds a little cheaper, but it looks great.
I'll pay you to take it off my hand.
Yeah, I don't smoke that one, but you can. You know people on the East Coast?
I'm looking for some middle schoolers who are gullible.
People just want to get high and not think about the health consequences, you know?
It's like there's mold growing on the oil. This can't be good, man. You just like blowtorch it off every day.
Yeah, just a little like scrape it off the top, torch it, melt it down. Funny. No, but it was kind of crazy, like that whole salvaging of the grow. Because like during the summer is kind of my balls to the wall time period, right? Like it's when I do guiding, it's when I do growing, like Jam Fest, and all of my like, band stuff's busier during the summer. So it's kind of like, shout out to Schmear. We're gonna record new shit in like 2 weeks. Nice. Stoked. But it's kind of like the white knuckling period of so much stuff going on. And then it all came to a screeching halt. Like, no river, no grow. I can't even be at home anymore. So I'm like, oh my God, like what to do? It was
like summer ended like a month early because that happened. It's
yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? Restart? Like
exactly. And it was like
crazy.
Like such a such just a concise ending.
Yeah, but your house didn't burn down. It was just covered in ashes and.
House was good. Salvaged the grow. It was kind of crazy. Like there was a police blockade like 2 miles from the house.
Yeah.
And for like days, I kept going there, and they'd be like, "Okay, so the real situation is I'm like, I need to water my wheat plants. This is my livelihood. I need to go do that, but I can't say that." So I go up to him. I'm like, "I can't find my kitties." You know, I literally actually said kitties the first day. I was with Tyler, my buddy Tyler Regan.
Yeah.
And we cruise up there, and I'm like, "I gotta find my kitties," and they're like, "No way, dude!" Like, and Tyler said when I said kitties out of my mouth, he just walked away. He just went back to the van. He's like, "You're a fucking idiot." Like, why do you think these cops are going to be like, "Oh, you can't find your kitty? See, yeah, go ahead,
go right over there, man."
Yeah, I was like,
how far away was the fight? Like a mile off, or like how like
from our? God, that was
it was like one house before.
No, it was like one of the crazy aspects of it too, is because when you're looking at Google, right? Like there's an actual blockade and you can't be there, and it's super smoky, so you can't. Your visual distance shit is like all thrown off.
Yeah.
So like you're just relying on Google and shit at that point, right? So you Google a fire map, and when you look at a fire map, which I've seen before, but I didn't like care about them until it was like close to my house.
Yeah.
When you see a border and then all the area inside is red, it's so confusing because you're like, is it raging inferno of death right here on this corner?
Yeah.
Or is it like small spot fires mostly put out? And so there was this edge on the fire map that just kept creeping closer and closer to the house. And there's no way to tell, like, okay, is this out of control? Like, people aren't even fucking firefighting it because it's gnarly. All these houses are getting mowed. Or is it just little spot fires, just kind of extending
you were at a
the
hotel
border?
this whole time looking at a map of your house maybe being torched up in flames.
No, I was at my boss's house, which was crazy actually too.
That's so funny. Of all the, I thought they gave all those people like hotels or something for like a week.
We had a place to stay, and kind of thought that if we had a place to stay, we would save those spaces for those that needed it. You know, nice. I was doing like a bunch of the volunteer. Like disaster relief stuff basically every day too, and like
nice. I'm doing all this stuff. Can I just go water my plants?
I know, right? I actually last year was there was social tension about police officers in general last year. You know,
good way of phrasing it.
Yeah, for sure the most I ever I like. I'm not writing a trend here. I've never been a huge fan of police officers and just authority in general. You
seem like someone who would have like one of those blue stripe flags at your house.
Not quite.
I really appreciate officers' presence in the community.
Yeah, not exactly my go-to favorite peeps, but that was the most I've ever let a cop have it, because it's actually also probably the time I felt like
fucking kids.
Yeah, we're looking at my cats.
Yeah, wait, you gave him shit that time or like the next time?
No, it was the final straw day. It was like I'd gone like 3-4 days in a row. Oof. And they kept being like, tomorrow you come back and we'll let you through and you can go and do your shit and then you can come back. And I'm like, word, because they can see my address right on my ID, and they can actually verify that I live like 2 miles up where I say I'm going, because people were tripping about looting and all of that, because it did happen.
Totally.
You know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Didn't even consider that until right now. I was like, oh yeah, duh.
Oh yeah, it happened to an unfortunate amount, you know. Yeah, it is kind of. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like pass huge amounts of judgment about that, because some of the communities have like a huge separation of wealth, right? And so when you're living in this like crazy disaster mode where you're like fleeing your, I'm sorry, I'm not, I want to say I'm condoning people like looting other people's houses.
Choose
That's
chaos.
Like, yeah, and well, I just mean like if you are super broke and everything's burning down around you and you go for like a mad scramble move and you kind of like go loot someone's house and steal their
It's
shit.
not completely ununderstandable. It's bad.
Exactly.
Worth condoning, but it's like, I understand where their headspace is at.
Exactly. There's a context to it. It's not in a vacuum where this person's just like, oh, natural disaster, I'm going to take advantage of people, which is kind of like, that's kind of the thing that was my frustration with people's rhetoric, is be like, in the middle of this thing where everyone's getting damaged, people are taking advantage. And I'm like, yeah, but like, people are scrambling to exist. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not saying that
It was at the end of a pandemic year. It was at the, like, literally, like, there was looting all over. It was a chaotic year.
It was crazy.
Not good.
I think I let a little bit extra out on that cop that time because it was just like, it was a little tension, but also like not doing their jobs well.
Did he listen? Like, did you, after yelling at him, did he let you through, or was he just like, fuck this guy?
I'd already gotten through. That was kind of my point, is there was 2 entry points to go up to my house. You could go either Camp Creek or 126, either which way. And going Camp Creek, they told me I couldn't go for like the 3rd, 4th day in a row. And I was just like, fuck this. I'm going to go try the other entry point and just see if they'll let me through. And they didn't even check my ID. They were just like waving through a line of cars, you know? So I went and I watered my plants, which was epic, actually. I took like a 250-gallon reservoir to the river, filled it up, put it on a trailer, took it back to my house, and like watered my plants with this like super ashy river water. It felt like Mad Max shit.
For them, they'll be okay.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of
blow dry them off or like shake them or anything.
Yeah. No, I took like a leaf blower and blasted all that shit off of them. Yeah, but basically on my way back through, I went down Camp Creek because I could go out that way, and I got to that crux. And the thing is,
the same cop again. So
and on purpose, I went that way to be like, because it was the first time I didn't feel like I just got busted for something and I gotta kind of cover my own ass. I was like,
borrow someone's cats. To, like, bring
oh yeah, wait, where are your kids?
No, I'm like, my cats died. This is tragedy. Look at how much harder you're making my life. If I got there 3 days earlier, little Fluffy would be fine.
Would have been okay.
No, but I just basically went to say like, you should be consistent. This is really hard for everybody, and you shouldn't be making it harder by your very, very poor performance of your job. Like, if they're letting people through on just a straight up wave and not even check shit, 10 miles from here, everyone has a fucking cell phone now. You guys should be, they should be stopping people, or y'all should be letting people through. And like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out.
Was the cop receptive?
He copped down on me so hard, which is actually why I got so irate with him, because I was wearing all black, which was contested last summer too, but I just like metal. Black is my favorite color.
Badass.
It's just the clothes I also had on that day, but I came up with hands in my pocket. I just watered my plants. No, it smelled more like fire than anything.
Probably everything. Yeah. You don't have cats. You come and smell like wearing all black.
Yeah, he basically was like, take your hands out of your pockets as you come up here and shit. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? I'm not a criminal. I'm here to tell you that you suck at your job. But I was going to do it politely, and now I'm going to do it less politely. And I just basically told them, like, I just went through right there, and I just watched you turn this car away. Like, should I just go to them and tell them that they should go on 126 and go up there? Because this shit's really hard for people. Like, people, you know, and that's the one thing I am trying to stand behind my cat thing. But I am like, people are dealing with actual shit, right? Like, it's not just about me. It's about the community at this point. And when you're making it harder for, like, fucking grandma to get her medicine over there, like, that's an actual shitty service that you're doing to the community, especially when she could go just a different route and get her shit that she needs. Like, you're sucking at your job, and I'm just trying to, like, actually not even call you out and shit, just kind of let you know, hey, I got right through on the other side. So you might want to give them a little ring-a-ling-ding
sign right there that just says, like,
go to 126.
1 mile before. This cop's a dick. Go to 126.
Straight up. And that's, I honestly thought about just standing there and just waving people on, being like, oh, go this way, they'll let you through. Like, and he was not at all stoked with my presence and my feedback, which is okay. You know, like that's okay.
That's crazy. I would have expected him to be receptive.
Yeah, he was just copping down on me so hard and was like acting like I was like some sketchy criminal or something. I'm like, dude, I'm the fucking victim of a natural disaster right now, and you just suck, dude. I told him to quit his job and shit. Because the most insulting thing that I heard was, we don't really want to be out here either. And I was like, motherfucker, how dare you? You're at work and you're doing a job. I know that it's unfortunate, but like, all these people, including myself, are evacuated from our house, right? Like, we really don't want to be here. We're not on a level playing field. You're driving home to your house afterward, aren't you?
And you're getting paid to be here.
And you're getting paid to be here. Yeah. Like, just be better at your job. Like, I'm not even like being a super Karen. Like, oh, where's the manager? I'm just like trying to say like.
I speak to the manager instead of like a chief or whatever.
And be like, you need to reel them in. They need to do their jobs better. It's like, dude,
what's your badge number?
Yeah, straight up. That's like maybe I should have taken the like maybe like more like super like white dad approach. You have like hands on hips, you know. What's your badge number?
Smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do with your name and badge number? I'm gonna hire 2 gay porn actors to dress up as you and go at it. And I'm gonna label it your name and badge number, and that'll be out there. Whenever people look up your name, that's the first thing that'd be. And they're gonna look like you.
That's a good one, actually.
I'm surprised. I never get to use my revenge story like ideas, but I come up with really good ones.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is
what we need in
the taboo emotions we were just talking about earlier. They have their place. Like, I honestly left that interaction with the cop and was like, God, I don't really like being like angry and like unkind very often, but sometimes, you know, like you get in that role and you like slayed it and you just said shit that was like smart and pointed and you like thought quickly and you like said cutting things and you won the day. Just sometimes you walk away and it's like, fuck you. Yeah, that was sick.